Hello. So, my name is Utkalika Sharma and I'm a Christian. I believe in Jesus and I make videos about him. And today I want to talk about my New Year goals. Is it too late? It's not. I mean, we have the whole year. So, I picked up goals which are very not dependent on my situations because my life is a roller coaster and that's why I picked up goals that are character focused and habit focused, something that I can do regardless of my life. And so let's get started. My first goal is listening and real empathy. So I tend to get lost in my head while talking to someone. Like, I care too much about the conversation that no, I need to ask the right questions. I need to make sure I ask this and I said this and that and that. And sometimes I get so focused in that I don't even listen. Like, I even forget what the like I don't notice even if the other person is telling exactly what I wanted to ask, and then I don't notice that, then I ask that question. So that has been a chaos in my conversations. And so being able to listen actually. Another thing is I giving advice or taking care of someone's need. I tend to give them what I think they need rather than what they actually need. Like, I don't even actually notice what do they need even. So this year I want to slow down and focus on the other person, which is real empathy. Like, and next I want to focus on efficiency over perfection. So I don't know if this is the right wording for that, but efficiency is there. So I tend to follow the intuition rather than learning actual rules that are there and doing the things like following the actual objective rather than following my feelings of what I want to accomplish from this. And recently I have noticed that actually learning how to do something and just doing it according to that and following the actual objectives that are there. No, this is what we are trying to do rather than just chasing some feeling or something makes it more fruitful. I want to explain something to you. I want to teach you a language, and I know this language and I have learned it, but I have learned it like through experience rather than through strategic methodologies. So instead of learning those methods and teaching you through that, I would just teach you what I know. So, which is a good thing, which is a strength, but it doesn't work when I don't follow the actual method. So it has been a humbling and very fruitful, satisfying experience of learning the methods and applying them and getting the results. So yes, efficiency over feelings and perfection. Then my next goal is substance over image and process over results. So I tend to focus a lot on achieving a certain look, like not physical look, but like looking a certain way. And the core need I see is the chasing approval. So what I see is, I'll give you an example. I read having in mind that one day an elderly person will notice me and say that, oh, she's such a studious girl and she studies for like 6 hours a day. I don't, but like talking about the girl in that way, like she is just obedient daughter and she learns so much. So and so that's what I chase without ever overtly acknowledging it or even knowing it. And that way I tend to get discouraged and feel kind of like a failure when I don't look like that, when I don't feel like studying. So instead of chasing that picture, chasing the and focusing on that result of like finally getting the acknowledgement of being a studious person, or this girl studies for 6 hours a day, I have decided to and this is the right way to focus on the process and on the actual reason behind things. No, why should I study? at all, to learn something so that I can help others, so that I can help myself, rather than letting approval be my motivation, which only leads to more shame, more discouragement. Letting these things, the actual learning, the process of learning be my motivation, it keeps me more productive. It leads me to do it even more. Next is gratitude and worship. So this earlier I used to be the kind of person, I would notice devout Christians and I would say, this feels a bit robotic, when they would start their prayer and they would start with thanking God and praising God. That felt plastic to me. I mean, I'm not saying they are plastic, it was just not natural to me. I was like, I want to jump straight to the problem, straight to my complaint, and like, no, this is bugging me, this is bothering me so much, I want to tell you right away. But without even realizing, God has taught me to thank Him before, in the initial, like while starting the prayer, and it has been really life giving. And this is something that is completely the work of God's hand, because I wanted to do it and I didn't know how satisfying it is to thank God while praying, like starting the prayer with praise, with thanksgiving. And nowadays I notice myself automatically thanking God before praying. So that's something God has been doing, and that's something I want to continue doing this year. And these are not just the things for this year, rather internalizing these qualities for the rest of my life. Next one is dealing with bitterness. So recently God has been convicting me about my bitterness, and I watched a video and there they talked about this particular verse called sin is crouching at your door and its desire is to have you. And I watched the video and I was like, this is not for me, it's for somebody else. Then I opened another video and the same verse was there, like, so clearly it's for me. And it talked about bitterness, the holding on to those things when we expected life to be a certain way and it didn't go that way, and the feeling of disappointment, anger, and all of those things. And clearly 2025 did not go the way I wanted it to go. So a lot of bitterness is there in me toward God, toward people, toward life itself. And I still don't fully understand the whole concept of bitterness. I don't understand who are the people I'm mad at, how mad am I at God. But this is something that He has addressed repeatedly, and I am taking this to God in prayer, and He will deal with this. Next one is, of course, it's in the New Year goal of every Christian, I think, which is Bible reading. And 2025 was probably my worst year when it comes to Bible reading. Like, I was not consistent with it at all. And but God convicted me, saying that, okay, so this is how you want to go, fine then. And you want to go to the world with your pain, or you want to come to me? And God was, I mean, not angry as in like abandoning me kind of angry, but like relationship anger that led me to commit to the Bible again. And I hope I will stay consistent this year. So this theory, which is about important and urgent, the division of tasks. So I tend to do things that are urgent, important and urgent, not like I just do nonsense, but in the process I tend to neglect the things that are important but not urgent. Like, I won't physically die if I don't read the Bible for a day. So that led to like me procrastinating reading the Bible repeatedly, and there were days and months I did not read the Bible at all. I mean, I was, but that sense of commitment, like every morning going to God and talking to Him, it wasn't there. It was like very, I don't know, I was very casual about it. And so this year I want to read the Bible. And another thing is, like, my next habit is my phone addiction. Okay, that is the biggest reason why I was not reading the Bible. So I have a bad phone addiction, like really bad, especially YouTube. So I tend to like scrolling. You won't believe I can scroll for 8 hours straight. So that's the reason why God convicted me, saying, "Here you are in pain, and I am literally the answer to that. And you want to go to the wall? Go to the wall." So when I come from work, and I hope this year I will be able to overcome my phone addiction, because I come from work and I'm super stressed and I am in pain, and I go straight to my phone. Sometimes I don't even eat, and I go straight to my phone and I scroll and scroll and scroll till 12 o'clock at night. And it's only been the past 3 days after coming from work, instead of going to my phone, I just lie down on my bed, just keeping my phone away. And then after I feel a bit more relaxed, I pick up the Bible or I do something else. A slow comforting effect on me, and just only by God's grace I can be free from my phone addiction. I just want to this year. Next one is humility and assertiveness. So I tend to be very self-conscious, like I don't want to take space. I'm like shy and all of that. So at the same time, like I'm learning how not beneficial that is for me. So I tend to swing between feeling unworthy to like straight up entitlement. So, and like either like I am just worthless to like I'm the smartest person in the room. So instead of like swinging between the two, I want to actually learn. God has given me the example of my height. Okay, so it's like not thinking that I am like the shortest person in the room or I am the tallest person in the room, rather than knowing the truth that this is my height and nobody can take away my height. I'm not taller than who I am, I'm not shorter than who I am, this is who I am. So that humble truth, like letting my self-esteem be shaped according to the truth rather than by feelings of unworthiness or entitlement. So I want to have more of that humility. And then next is assertiveness. Same tendency, I tend to just not speak up even if something is hurting me, or I would just, if I can, like if you are someone I can express myself to, I would like I might end up hurting your feelings, and I can be very aggressive with my words sometimes. I mean, not like hating on someone, but it can come with this undertone of excessive anger. So instead of doing either of the two, I want to be assertive. When somebody makes me mad, I don't say something to their face, and I don't cuss or anything, or like it's not overt cursing, but it still falls in that category. God told me that how can you like talk like that? You praise me with that same mouth while like cursing someone like that. So let's say someone makes me mad, and I would straight up call them a pig. I would tell God, Lord, what a pig, what a goat. So instead of like describing them with something like insulting to satisfy my own anger, I have noticed that if I explain it with proper respectful language, that actually helps my anger. Angry words only make me more angry, and it doesn't even give me peace or comfort or resolve anything between them and me. No, she's such a pig, so dirty. I would say, no, this person is trying to anger me and they are behaving badly with me and it's hurting me. Like those words bring this relief to me rather than just saying something out of anger. So I want to do more of that. So that's it for my New Year goals. And if there is something that you would like to add, or I hope not subtract, of course, or something you want to suggest, or you want to share your own goals, something that God has been teaching you recently, I would love to hear about that. So feel free to comment below. And happy New Year once again. And it's my prayer that that you will experience the grace of God this year. Just, I don't know about like what goals I want for you, but I just hope that you receive what God has for you. You want to be a vessel, you know, a glass. A glass is empty and it looks forward to whatever its owner would pour into it so that the glass will serve others. I pray that that's how this year would be for you and for me, that we would stay empty toward God, like open toward Him, like a glass is open to the owner, and whatever He fills us with, which is always good thing. I mean, He's good Himself basically, and we would flow. Our life would flow out of that. And if you don't know God, do the same thing. Just open yourself to Him, and you will know. You will be filled, and like out of the abundance of your own heart, your mouth will flow. Okay, so fill your heart with God. And I hope this video blesses you, and thank you for watching.